The spirits are dying. I fear the power of Spyrix is behind this. We should investigate. So how long has it been? 6 years? Time sure flies. Come. Fenmont awaits.
Dreams and wishes are fulfilled. Such is the life of all who live in Riza and Maxia, where hope springs eternal. The spirits have the power to bring man's wishes to fruition. And in turn, those wishes preserve and protect the spirit's livelihood. Therefore, it could be said that Maxwell, the Lord of the Spirits, is in fact the guardian of all things. In this world, no known evil exists that could threaten this harmonious cycle. But if one did, perhaps it might lurk in the hearts of men.
Hey! Oh! So sorry! Hey! Sorry! I gotta move.
Onward! I sense it up ahead.
Whoa! Hi.
Just keep quiet, and I won't need to hurt you.
Wait, why are you breaking into the lab? What are you...
That's strange. What part of keep quiet didn't you understand? So, ready to hold your tongue now? So much noise. Could you try coughing quietly? What are you doing here anyway?
Can I talk? I dropped something. I was just picking it up, see? What are you up to? The guards will be here any second.
That's why I need to hurry. And you need to go home. Before they arrest you for trespassing. Yes, the lesser spirits in this area have gone silent as well. That power anomaly we felt when it happened, the one that absorbed the spirits, its source is here. Why do humans persist in seeking power that could destroy the world? They don't need Spyrix to survive. Yes, it must be their work. That's my gut reaction anyway. Mind you, it's not just any gut reaction. It's Maxwell's instinct. Isn't that enough? Look, that's enough talk for now. Let's find the Spyrix.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Shh. No need to make a scene. Cooperate and I'll go easy on you.
Intruder! You're under arrest!
You shouldn't have interfered. Out of my way. I warned you. You are far too weak. As if numbers will help your cause. Let's finish this. Next. You would still be alive, had you minded your own business. Let's go with that.
Flames come forth. Fireball! Fireball!
Let's end this.
Fireball!
Who's next? Far too easy. Yes, it's certainly a big facility, but we'll find it if we search hard enough. Look at the size of this place. They must be working on something big.
Flames come forth. Fireball! Try fire!
Far too easy. That boy looked like he was scared half to death. I hope I wasn't too harsh with him. I certainly didn't mean him any harm. My sword rings true. If we must. Who's next? My sword rings true. I mustn't relax my guard. Honestly, with all of you around, what is there to fear?
Huh?
Who's next? Far too easy. In here?
Oh, quit trying to act calm.
It's that girl!
Ha ha! So you're the visitor I heard about. This guy's no fun. I'll kill you first!
Run!
I'll rip that pretty face of yours to pieces!
I prefer you didn't.
You're...
Who the hell are you?
I don't have time to explain. Leave now and I may spare you from any bodily harm.
Is that Ifrit?
You are correct. The Lord of Fire.
I can't believe you were able to summon him.
Excellent.
I won't let anyone down. Whoa.
I told you to go home. Don't tell me you live here.
No, of course not. I'm sorry.
Is this the work of the Spyrix?
The what-ix?
Could it be connected to the disappearance of the lesser spirits?
Huh? You're losing me. Disappearing spirits?
You really need to go home. Someone might not swoop to your rescue next time you're in trouble. The Spyrix must be somewhere else.
Hey, wait! I'm kinda trapped here. If the professor were with me, they might have let me leave, but... Can I come with you?
I see. If you stick with the person who saved you, then you won't need any more saving. Clever boy.
Boy? You don't look that much older than me. My name's Jude Mathis.
I'm Mila. Mila Maxwell. What's going on?
Our lilium orbs are shining.
I've been wondering what this thing is since I set off. My handmaid told me I had to carry it with me.
Well, it comes in handy if you face monsters. It gives you the power to fight them. I got one myself when I left home, just in case. So, that's how it works. This is actually my first time developing it too.
I see. So it's a tool that taps into inherent abilities. I imagine that powerless humans never leave home without them.
You talk as if you're not human yourself. My hands are still shaking.
And for good reason. You were almost killed.
I'm a civilian. Why would she attack me like that?
I don't think she's part of Rashigol's army.
If she's not a soldier, then what is she doing at a military facility?
An ironic question for you or I to ask, don't you think?
I see your point. Did you kill her?
I'm not sure. I tried to go easy on her, but humans are so fragile. I keep having to tell the Four not to overdo it.
I'm not really following you.
Are you finished here?
Huh?
I assume you had some reason for coming to this place.
I was worried because Professor House hadn't come back. But he's...
One of the people who died while connected to that machine?
Yeah. I can't believe it. The professor had been so excited about the request from Orda Palace.
I see. Yes. Yes, I suppose so.
Huh? Oh, wait for me! Mila Maxwell. It must be pretty weird having the same name as the Lord of Spirits.
Not at all. We are one and the same.
I'm sorry?
I am Maxwell, Lord of Spirits.
What? Come on, you're totally human. You... look just like a normal woman.
I would hope so. That is the form I created for myself.
The form you created? So you're that Maxwell. Lord of Spirits, ruler of elements.
You don't believe me?
A person claiming to be a spirit? It's a bit much to swallow.
Then how do you humans prove your identities to each other?
Well, by showing identification, I guess. I have a medical school ID card.
Oh. Then I doubt that I'll be able to prove my identity to your satisfaction. I wouldn't even know where to apply for a spirit ID card.
Is it really okay for me to be following this person?
Huh?
Out of our way!
No! All right!
My sword rings true.
How unfortunate. Windblade! Windblade! Who's next?
Who's next? My sword rings true.
Waves come forth. Who's next? Who's next?
My sword rings true. Who's next? My sword rings true.
I always wanted to live up to Professor House's expectations, but now he's dead. What are you doing?
I'm cuddling you.
Why?
I read it in a book. When humans are upset, they feel better when you cuddle them.
What book was that?
A mother's eyes, a mother's touch.
That sounds like a book about child rearing. I'm not a baby.
This technique has no effect on you? Humans are so complicated.
Well, I guess I do feel a little better. Thank you.
So it does work.
Wait, Doesn't this lead deeper inside? We're not heading to the exit?
No.
There's something seriously wrong here. Shouldn't we get out?
I'm aware of the danger, but there's something I must find. I'm afraid I can't escort you out before then.
Sure. After all, I was the one who asked to go with you. What's so funny?
It's nothing. When my business here is done, I promise to see you safely out of here. There's no need to worry.
Thanks.
You seem to know your way around a fight.
Yeah, I studied self-defense when I was a kid.
They say that even the best trained soldiers may panic in the face of actual combat. Yet you seem completely together.
Well, I had a friend I trained with who used to shout "Sparring time!" and attack me out of the blue. So it's probably thanks to her.
I see.
I'd always wind up on the ground covered in bruises.
I'm sorry to dredge up such painful memories.
What? No, it's not like that.
Don't all bullied children say that?
Bullied? That's not what... Wait. Was it?
Huh? Huh?
What is that?
A Spyrix weapon. I knew it.
The Lance of Kresnik? That's the name of the sage from the Genesis Age. Huh? What are you doing?
So this is what humans call irony. Naming this weapon after Kresnik. Listen up! We must destroy that which harms man and spirit.
Those are the four great spirits. So that really makes her Maxwell? What are you doing here?
You are really starting to make me angry!
What the heck's going on?
Oh, are you insane? Don't you know this is going to drain you too?
Your suffering, it's worth it!
It's acting directly on her mana lobes!
This wasn't part of the plan. But it's nothing I can't deal with.
Are you gonna try and stop it? Do you know what you're doing?
That's it.
Mila! Look down!
Stop! Or you'll be dragged in with it!
The four spirits? Wait. Take Mila and then run? Huh? What? What are you trying to do? You okay? Guess swimming isn't one of your powers, huh?
It's not as easy as Undine makes it look.
So you really have lost the power of the four great spirits. What are you gonna do now? There's no way you could destroy that device without their power.
You have a point. Perhaps if I were to return to Nia Kara. Listen, you've been a great help, Jude. Thank you. You should go home now.
Wait!
You must be the intruder!
If I said I wasn't, would you let me pass?
Mila!
How foolish, Jude. You should have gone home like I asked.
You in cahoots with her?
What? Haven't you ever wielded a sword before?
Of course. But I always relied on the Four's power to guide my arm. It feels quite different without their help.
Come quietly or else.
I can't believe I'm doing this!
Flames come forth. Fireball! All clear.
What's gotten into me?
You saved me again, Jude. Thank you.
Listen, you'd better get out of Fenmont while you can.
Right. You have my gratitude.
The city entrance is always crawling with police. You'd be safer heading to the seahaven.
The seahaven.
You don't know where it is, do you? This way. It's okay. Besides, I still owe you for saving me. I'll show you to the seahaven.
Fenmont. The city built upon spirit arts. I must say it's quite the spectacle.
The seahaven is on the opposite side of the city from here. We need to go towards the central plaza first. We can only get to the seahaven via the path that leads to Talum Medical School. After crossing the central plaza, turn right at the first corner.
If Ifrit were here, I'd never have to be drenched like this.
You two! Stop right there!
Huh? What's going on?
Doctor? Dr. Jude? From a medical school?
Mr. Eldon? Is that you? What's going on here?
I can't believe you are the one we're looking for. Jude Mathis, I have a warrant for your arrest. There's one for her, too. I'm authorized to use force if necessary, but I don't want to hurt you.
But wait, just hold on a minute. We may have done a little breaking and entering, but that hardly makes us public enemy number 1.
So much for that. It looks like they're not listening.
Mr. Eldon!
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have my orders.
Jude, I can't let them capture me. I have to resist.
Then we'll do it the hard way. Go on, get her.
This is goodbye, Jude. Forgive me for all of this.
Think your next move over carefully, Doc. The more trouble you give us, the harder your sentence.
It's just that I just wanted to...
Well, aren't these military types brave? Protecting the world from pipsqueaks like you.
Who are you?
Save the chit-chat for later. Your lovely lady friend's about to set sail, you know.
Wait, but I...
Listen close, kid. The military issued your warrant, and with the Military Powers Act invoked, you're an ex-marked criminal. If they catch you, you'll face... execution.
What? Execution?
Come on. I hope you're sturdier than you look.
What's going on here?
The military's doing drills or something on shore. We were just getting out of their way. Come on, do you really think a pipsqueak, a pretty girl, and a dashing man like me would be up to no good? It's Alvin.
Huh?
That's my name. You said that you're Jude, right?
Yes, sir. And this is Mila.
Hang in there, kid. That captain needs to lay off a bit. Is he planning to grill us the entire voyage?
What do you expect? We don't have any sort of identification.
Speak for yourselves.
I can't believe we're heading to Aujoule.
Look, we're leaving Fenmon's spirit climb. You said you're a med student. Didn't expect that.
Hey, can I ask you something? Why did you save us? What's in it for you?
Well, cash, of course.
How does saving us make you money?
Simple. I figure you must be in serious trouble if the military's after you. Now that I've swung to your rescue and impressed you with my daring do, I can charge you for my services.
Charge us what? I'm nearly broke.
Same goes for me, I'm afraid.
Seriously? I take more than just cash, you know. Don't you have any precious metals? Jewels? Rich relatives about to croak?
Nothing on me. Everything happened so fast.
I doubt I have anything that would sell for a high price either.
What exactly do you do, Alvin? You look like a soldier, but you sure don't act like one.
You're on the right track, kid. I'm a mercenary. It's better than being a soldier. We don't have to follow orders. We set our own hours, and we help people. For a price.
Well, it would seem like you helped us for free.
Well, it's a risk of the trade. Maybe I'll find some paying customers in Aujoule.
Sorry about that.
Charity work. Wonderful. Are we there yet?
It's hard to believe we're in a whole different country, although it feels just like home.
Well, this part of Aujoule is hardly what I'd call exotic.
Huh. Hey, there's a map. Let me check it out for a bit.
Brave kid. The way he plays it cool.
Decided to make the best of it, has he? He's not as immature as he looks.
Would it kill you to show a little concern? I mean, you dragged him into this, right?
He insisted on helping me. I told him again and again to go home, but he wouldn't listen. He's here of his own accord.
I see. He believes he got himself into this mess, so now he has to put on a brave face. Either way, he's still acting like an adult.
North of here.
So? You leaving now?
No. Alvin, you must be well versed with the sword. Mercenaries like you must have some battle chops.
Well, yeah, of course.
Could you teach me how to use one? I don't have the 4 to back me up anymore. If I can't wield a sword, what's left?
The 4? Not sure I follow. But I'd be more than happy to teach you. If only you had some cash.
So you won't help?
Here, how about we make some moolah while I train you?
What do you mean?
Well, there's got to be some paying customers here in the seahaven, right? Let's take a look around. Hey there. You've got a request, right? How about letting us handle it?
Oh, you're mercenaries. Oh, perfect timing.
What kind of request?
Well, someone's got a problem with monsters, and we get paid to solve their problem.
Oh. So by taking on these jobs, you get the reward and I get the practice.
Right. Everybody wins. Well, except the monsters. Okay, hit us with the details.
Some monsters we've never seen before are lurking near a lake west of the seahaven. A lot of people depend on that lake for water, so those monsters have become a real nuisance. I'm looking for someone to exterminate the beasts.
What's the reward?
Cash, of course.
You heard the woman. Thoughts?
Sounds fine to me. Fighting monsters will be good training.
Excellent. Now these beasts are no pushovers, so please watch yourselves.
About your sword training, the monsters aren't just going to stand there like training dummies, you know? We should go over some basics first.
I appreciate it.
Ready your sword. Well, that'll do.
You have my gratitude.
Shall we go?
Wait, Jude. Take a moment to consider your situation. You don't have to stay with me anymore, you know.
Right.
Now that we've crossed the border, it'll be a while before any pursuers from Aujoule get here.
What are you suggesting?
Just that he still has some time to think things over.
Sorry, I'll make up my mind by the time you set off.
Okay, very well. Let's go and complete that request.
You thought you were doing the right thing. Now you're on the run. That's a pretty tough lesson for a kid your age.
Yeah, but I brought it upon myself.
This was surging with mana when they activated their so-called Lance of Kresnik. So this must be the key they used to arm it. Do you want something?
Whoa, hold your fire. I come in peace. Can't a mercenary have a friendly chat with his clients?
That much is fine. But when you want to chat, you needn't hold your breath and sneak up behind me.
Sheesh. You make me sound so unsavory. Do you berate poor Jude like this too?
I don't intend to berate anyone. That was never my intention.
Do try to be gentle with him. Boys can be so vulnerable.
That's a surprisingly tender sentiment.
That's what it says on my business card. The mercenary with a heart of gold.
Those are good words to live by. Although, with a motto like that, I can't imagine you'd live very long.
Not the type to sugarcoat things, are you?